For today, we would like to show you a few projects, top 5, that were selected by the committee of judges, of VCs, of the product, of the CPOs of the companies. They will pitch 5 minutes on what they've built during the program. So please welcome them warmly. I will introduce each of them, and they will show you the amazing stuff that they did, okay? So the first project that they're gonna pitch is Mitchell with his product agent Kyra. Please welcome.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all. I hope you enjoy the presentation today. Hey. I'm really actually happy with the previous panels. I just want to make a quick comment. I think I share affinity with a lot of the people in the room and that have been speaking, and yeah, looking forward to sharing Agent Kyra. Next, please. So introducing the Agent Kyra Codex. Just quickly to introduce myself, Mitchell Travers. I'm an entrepreneur in the space, been around 8 years. I do mostly research and writing and a bit of ecosystem development, some regulatory consulting. But over the last year, I've been working with the decentralized data protocol. And we wanted to build like a agent go-to-market. And this sort of evolved into my own project, the Agent Kyra Codex. And we think and share in the know without knowing. We build constellations in the digital dark. So the Agent Kyra Codex is a foundational context for building a sovereign agent network. Now, what does that actually mean? So going from chatbots to sovereign agents, I sort of see the Goatsy case as like the ultimate beginning of the chatbot meta in the crypto space. We then had agentic systems and frameworks, such as Eliza AI. I see the next stage of this being the sovereign AI networks. So this is like a mix of like swarm agents, a mix of different agent networks and communities and ecosystems that actually begin transacting with each other on the internet of value. Whatever blockchain, whatever network, I see them exchanging both data as well as value. And that's part of the beauty and why we're all here in Web3, because it makes it possible. So just a bit of statistics here. So the Independent said that 50% of the internet traffic is now bots. I actually think that that's going to only increase with the agentic era. And also, AI infrastructure will surpass a $100 billion industry. So where are the sovereign agent network pillars come from? Sovereignty is important, identity is important. I suggest that evolution is important, and I heard some people earlier today saying that evolution was a way that having human in the loop and maintaining control and specialization of agents is essential for us building like a correct path. And then, of course, privacy. I'm a bit of a privacy nerd, and I think that privacy is probably one of the biggest problems that we all have to solve. So Agent Kyra builds a codex for not only character creation, but also a framework. So when you are developing an AI agent, you have a foundational path towards a more ethical AI. So we have voice, persona, and purpose. And I suggest that building an Eliza OS character file, including the Agent Kyra Codex as source documentation, actually will allow for your agent to make these decisions along the way. And part of the concept of Agent Kyra is that we build more and more decentralized, privacy-preserving sovereign technologies into the stack in order to assess as these agents are making decisions on their path and grow sovereignty. Now, I suggest that sovereignty and sovereign agent networks isn't actually what everyone will want. However, as we move forward and get to this AGI, whether or not you call it superintelligence or AGI, sovereignty is going to be essential. Agency is going to increase. So just moving on, I know that I don't have very much time. Could I click the play button? Does it automatically? So here's quickly some of the writing that I've done over the last year. I've turned it into an assessment protocol app through the hackathon over the last 24 hours using Phala and Shade agents in order to do that. So it's just going to show the app now, hopefully. So what you're doing here is you go through a process of evaluating how sovereign your agent is. So when making choices about identity, Does it use decentralized identifiers, the Web3 DIDs and VCs in order to do that? Yes. Okay, so now Kyra is like, wow, that's pretty cool. Let's slowly progress and build towards a more sovereign agent. And part of the purpose of this sort of 24-hour hack is to be both educational, but also hopefully progress this into a input. So when people are assessing agents and when people are building agents, they can put their code in here and work out how sovereign it is. Ideally, I build a network using the credential NFT over time of builders, and then this develops to an ecosystem, and we all know where that goes from there. So education into assessments, into verification, network-based distribution, and then agentic alliances. So I suggest that agents using the Kyra Codex will all be happy to interact with each other because they understand that they use the right technologies in their construction. So it starts with identity and philosophy. I would like for builders to put the Kyra Codex in their source code when they're developing, similar to a ELISA character file. I'd like investors to fund agents that are part of the sovereign agent network. And I'd like you and whatever agent or network of agents you create to have data dignity principles along the way. So don't be extractionary, be reciprocal, build networks of which allow for this sort of sovereignty to grow over time. So private personalized AI is the next major arena, and the Agent Kyra Codex is that guidance along the way. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mitchell. Thank you so much. Okay, I will introduce you our next project. It's gonna be Matt with his product, YetiYield Explorer. Please welcome. With a round of applause, of course.
Hi, everybody. How many of you here actually are doing any trading or DeFi activities to get some yields? Oh, so many people. I love it. I get the last time I didn't get the right crowd. I think now I get the right crowd. So my name is Med. I'm a solution architect. I've been working in crypto since 2018, and before that I was like a software engineer. Worked for some cybersecurity companies and financial industry, and then I moved to blockchain, worked for companies like Polygon and Mod Network. And today I want to talk about YetiYield, which is an AI agent. Actually, I'm going to give it right now. I'm going to keep it very simple. You can build your own strategy with a prompt, and the AI agent actually can make it work. So, what did I do? What's the other one?
The other side.
Yeah. I think the problem is very obvious. Like, we all believe that AI agent will be running the next wave of activities on chain, and that's why we're focusing on doing all the automations and all the strategies, but the most important thing is those AI agents, they need someone to guide them behind, and we're giving you the power actually to build your own strategy instead of relying on a strategy that exists from another team. So it's your money, your strategy. Damn, request access, we're gonna be in trouble. So the tool is built, there's a new tool, is there a problem? It's not working, it's fine. So basically there will be an interface, you can actually deploy your agent, you can give it a prompt of the strategy you want, and we actually do our magic sauce behind. We actually refine that prompt that you made to make it acceptable by the AI agent, and then we can run the strategy and you can actually watch everything happening in real time, and the strategy running on a TAA. There's also a CLI tool, hopefully this one's gonna work. Is there a, how can I, damn, I'm good at this. Okay. So basically here you can actually, you can put a very long strategy and give all the details. So it actually pull market data from different sources. So there's different APIs, and it's actually gonna tell you the description of the strategy based on your prompt, and it's gonna pull all the market data, and actually the AI agent know the price of the tokens, and he has a sentiment analysis running behind it. But again, it could be any strategy you want. You can give as much data as you want. We actually gonna have a refine that we do after you do your prompt, so make it acceptable by the AI agent. Once it's done, we can apply the strategy, and you can see here after this how we apply the strategy behind me. Took me some time to take it. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, he's gonna go fetch the market data, and then he's gonna try to apply that, like whether it's buying tokens, swapping tokens, putting it in a liquidity pool. I think you guys got the idea here. I'm gonna go to the next slide. This is just some information. I think AI agents are running like around 2 billions in asset, and I think this is very low. I think it's gonna be more. They're gonna take over. I think in the next 2-3 years, they might take over 40 to 50% or even more. So I think AI agent will be doing most of the work for us. I still have time. Yeah, just giving an example here, like how we can generate revenue, like taking management fees on the phone, and we basically only want to focus on performance fees. So if you make money, we make a percentage of it. If you don't, we're not taking any cut. This is the future. That like basically there's a lot of AI agent that you guys know, like Olas and Stardy. The difference here is like it's a CLI for a developer, and the most important thing, it's your money, your strategy. You're the one who's building the strategy. So if it's working good, you probably good at prompt engineering. If not, then you gotta keep improving the strategy until it works. Yeah, so basically, I'm gonna pass this. I wanna talk more about the team. Like I have a dev shop that I actually work with. So I built a lot of projects in Web 2, a lot of projects in Web 3, and this is not the first time we're building a new project. So this is just a question of seeing if there's a market for it, and I would love to hear your feedback, like even offline, if you guys have any ideas, anything that you want to comment about it, would be happy to listen to it. And obviously we work with Near, so we're gonna look for more partnerships, and we want to make this for you, so you can actually use it, and also for developers to build on it. And thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, Simon. Sorry, thank you, Matt. Thank you a lot. So the next participant is gonna be Simon with his product Ally. Please welcome him as well with a round of applause.
Hi everyone, I'm Simon. I'm the co-founder of Ally, and basically what Ally does, it turns your community into your marketers by rewarding real engagement in social media and without an agency or a middleman. So right now, Web3 projects spend millions in marketing, and often the money is lost because of bots and hype. And the true contributors to these projects, they are unrecognized and unseen. So we with Ally want to build an automated AI agent that cuts through the noise and rewards real engagement and keeps your community active. So marketing that's true, decentralized, and direct. So Ally has 3 fundamental layers. We have the funding layer, where basically projects deposit whatever amount they want to use to distribute to their community and to incentivize them. Then we have the trust layer, where the AI agents analyze the genuine input that users do on social media platforms. And it's basically based on sentiment, value, and reach that users generate. And then finally, the distribution layer, where we pay out the user based on their verified engagement score. So right now, the big issue is influencer agencies, they take a huge cut of your marketing budget, up to 35%. With Ally, we want to bring that additional value to your community. And so our goal is basically to capture the 150 million that is spent each year in the US on influencer marketing. And obviously, if you expand that outside the crypto industry and globally, there's a much more and higher potential. So we have, as you probably know, some major competitors. Kyra and Cookie.fun are 2 famous ones. We want to build some key differences. So we want to build a platform that's modular and flexible, so each project can build their own AI marketing agent that rewards real engagement without coding. So multi-chain, multi-platform, and your own token. Right now, we are building on the MVP, and then in Q4, we want to deploy the first agents and test them and fine-tune the algorithm, and after that, expand to multiple chains and onboard more and more customers. I'm Simon Piazolo. I'm second-time founder. I'm building now since over 5 years in the Web3 space, and my co-founder, Emre, has extensive experience in product management and is also right now portfolio manager at Porsche. So let's build the agentic economy future together. We're looking for customers that want to test Ally and go on the journey with us, partners that think that they can bring value to our customers and users, and investors that want to invest in an early stage project. If you're interested in more, you can scan the QR code and reach out to me. Yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you. And now we have 2 more teams that would like to present their projects. And I'm inviting Nathan with his project, Bond.credit. Please welcome. Round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Nathan, and I'm here to talk about the credit layer for the agentic economy. Powered by EigenLayer AVS and the very first agentic stablecoin, we're here to accelerate verifiability, capital efficiency, and let's finally get some protocol sustainability into crypto. All right, so we've got the 3 Ps, problem, protocol, and product, and we're going to start with the problem. We are still currently in the trust me bro economy. And this is the economy that created the 2008 financial crisis, where we weren't able to verify the credit of financial products, and we created contagion risks. Currently, in Web3, we have players like Fedora, DappRadar, and DeFi Llama that are providing data. But in a recent report that I'll show you later, BIS showed that 50% of TVL cannot be verified. And as liquidity starts coming into our economy through RWAs, and agents start managing this as well, we're giving ourselves a really serious risk. This trust factor has also made that it's difficult for people like Arma and other agents to start building up enough trust to get institutions to start using their protocols. And also on the RWA side with TrueFi, where I was working as board of director for the past 2 years, a lot of these institutions don't have enough trust to start piloting the millions and billions into this economy. So we're at a really serious intersection where the regulation is getting ready for us to start putting money into the industry, but the credit and trust layer isn't quite there yet. And this is an incredible market opportunity. Standard Charter has estimated that by 2030, all things going well, we'll be able to reach a 30 trillion market cap in the RWA space. And it really makes sense if you actually understand how big the capital market is and how small crypto actually is currently. We are less than 2% of the actual global market right now. And so we've got a lot of growth to go. So we've explained the problem and the context. Let's move on to the next P, which is the protocol, where we are creating a verifiable scoring layer powered by EigenLayer, where we basically allow anyone to create a score, a credit score of an agent or an asset, and for them to put their money where their mouth is, where you create crypto economic guarantees of a score and you can underwrite it too. So this starts to create a whole new blue ocean economy that wasn't really there yet. And it's really exciting because we're at the precipice of it and we have the tools to do it as well. Once again, I mentioned how important verifiability was. I'm currently at DappRadar, and it was mentioned by BIS. I don't know any of you who know BIS, but they're the central bank of central banks. They're the ones that create like SOFR and the interest rates for the central banks that we use today. And they were the ones that mentioned about the lack of verifiability for TVL and how much verifiability we're going to need in order to actually bring these institutions, these billions and trillions, into the crypto market. And that's what we're here to build from the ground up. Last week, we were at Eigenlayer Hackathon, where we built the first version of this AVS architecture. Rome wasn't built in a day. We do need the MVP first before we start scaling. But if any of you are interested in how it works on the technical level, more than happy to go through with it with you. And now we can go to what we're going to dog food on top of this verifiability layer, which is modular credit flow, which ends with an agentic stablecoin, where it starts with anyone being able to submit an agent or an asset for validation, and then your Moody's, your Finch, anyone that is a credit rating agency can curate and score this agent. A risk agent evaluates this, and then a vault is created where an agent can start accepting credit. And this is life before bond.credit that we're going to build on this verifiable scoring layer, and that is life after, where before investors have to find all of these different agents and they don't know which one has the right risk. It's hard to build up trust. And over here, an agent can get a verifiable score, mint a master vault. Investors can invest into the master vault. The agent gets capital to get yield for the investors, and the investors are also able to get risk-adjusted capital efficiency through the agentic stablecoin. Why now? Well, the infrastructure is ready, the market is ready, and our vision is to rate like Moody's, lend like Morpho, and mint like Maker. We've got a roadmap which is going really, really well. We've got a lot of RWA platform players that are connected with us through my 2 years at TrueFi, and we're ready to start scoring. This is some of the team, me, Nathan, lovely to meet you guys, and Ojas, who recently won a Nevermind hackathon and created a risk agent that scores other agents. And we've got angels and people in the team from Keyrock, Barclays, Bank of America, TrueFi, DappRadar, and Usual.money. If you guys know Usual.money, then yeah, you know that they created the biggest European stablecoin, and they're working with us on this as well. So super excited. This is our ask, 1.5 million. We've already got a soft raise of 500 so far, so looking for another co-lead and a few other strategic partners. This is the tokenomic distribution, and we've got a lot of operations that we need to do. We're already pretty tight, so looking forward to close the round so that we can start accelerating. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you. That was amazing. Okay. And now, last but not the least, this very interesting project that they're going to pitch is Herman from T Banking. Please, round of applause for him too. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm Herman. I'm the CEO of Mate, that is the company behind the EVVM and this project. And here is our DevRel, Eric, also, and our operations guy, Artur. Well, what we did is combine blockchain with privacy for the banking system. We are, no. You can give us 1.5 if you want. And well, Kevin Histro, that is not here now, he's the CTO, and we were coding a lot during OCT to make this possible. We were talking with banks in the last months, with 5 banks from Europe, and what they wanted is their own environment with a lot of privacy, but they can't sacrifice security. So this is the structure of blockchain right now. Everywhere, L1s, L2s, L3s, app chains, subnets, and the things. The banks wants to be on layer 1s only for liquidity and also for security. So what we are giving as a solution is deploy a blockchain as a virtual environment as a first step. The EVVM lets anyone deploy a virtual blockchain on a blockchain. This is a novel technology, and add privacy on the top as the needed solution. So the banks will have their own private blockchain deployed on an L1, and we call this vertical scalability. So for security, the banks will have their own trusted execution environment where everything will be private. They will have their own keys to interact with the trusted execution environment. The environment will identify them, will let them to create aliases, and this will become their needed trust and privacy. So you have the L1, And you have the EVVN environment that is communicated in a secure way with the banks that will have their balances on chain. They will have also can do private interbank transfers that is very important, and top security. And at the same time, any normie user can go and interact with all the DeFi protocols and ecosystems that are deployed on this L1 without any problem. And is, of course, fully interconnected with all blockchains. So more benefits. The banks also, with all the liquidity that will make available there, can interact with the DeFi protocols in the whole blockchain ecosystem to generate more yield. So how we do money as EVVM? We have setup fees, licensing, DeFi service, and customizations. We don't request share of percentage for our customers' earnings. So this is a complex picture, but more or less, there is the EVM from a bank. There is a lot of services that they can add, swaps, DeFi, staking, name services, etc. And with these add-ons, they can provide more products to the ecosystem. And this is our deployment fees, a setup fee to 25 to 200K, a license up to 250K, DeFi services from 5K to 50K a year, and customizations on demand. And we are on a pre-seed round that is open. We are already raising 95K of 500Ks, and we are offer a Cayman, max cap 10 million, 10K min ticket, 10% of discounts for larger tickets for more than 50K, and a Mate token upside. So we are an experienced team. We have place to talk organically at top industry events. We were talking at Denver. We are talking at ITCC organically in the next days on July 2nd, 4 p.m. We were on Zurich and even more. So this is a team. Here is Eric, Arthur, I'm Germán, Kevin is near here, and Victor is coming. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So that was our top 5 teams out of the 30 solutions that we actually evaluated. We had I think 1 day evaluation process. The first part was based on the hackathon for the projects who was participating in the hackathon. Also, we had a fast track of the people who was participating in the, who were building during the week and then presenting their solutions. So I just want to say once again, thank you to every guy who've been in this stage. Mitchell, Matt, Simon, Nathan, and Herman. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.